So I started out as actually an accountant in college and then took one elective in economics and fell in love, really. Switched my major the next day and started my journey in economics, accumulating with a master's degree. After school, I then started a 10-year voyage into management consulting for the utility space. So I helped cities, small and large, price their water and wastewater services. Stormwater is one of those key services we don't really think about, but when it rains, that water's got to go somewhere and we've got to have infrastructure in place. I helped communities put the funding together in order to build that infrastructure and ensure it would be there to protect for generations. When I was doing studies for individual communities, I had to be the face of the study, and that meant talking to the public, elected officials, management, and then outside of study, oftentimes we would do presentations for industry groups in front of much larger crowds to talk about certain methodologies or data that we had collected. While I was doing some economics and financial planning, I really wanted to go more into the economics, do it day to day. And so when I found ITR and did my research on the company, it seemed like a really good fit as far as being able to apply those skills, learn new economic skills, but also help companies make good decisions.
Retail sales, however, have not shown a correlation to oil prices. We don't see when oil goes up necessarily, the consumer pulls back and stops spending. And so this gives us a lot of faith that retail sales are not going to be impacted immediately by some of the inflationary pressures or this large spike in oil prices that we've seen that has been driven by outside events, including the war in Ukraine.
So a trusted advisor to me, first and foremost, is that person you want to call when you have a problem and get the answer that you need in order to make your organization or business successful. There's two things that really get me going and gets me up in the morning. So the first is there's a lot going on in the world, and I love to be able to understand that. And then second, I like to translate that to help folks run their business more efficiently or ensure that they can run it sustainably over time. So what really excites me about my role as a speaker and economist is doing things accurately and ensuring that when we take this data and we process the world around it, the forecasts that we put out, you can rely on those to make decisions in your business. I'm Kyle Stevens, an economist at ITR, and I can't wait to work with your business today and for years to come.